I'm starting the recording, so you guys are good to go.
Alright. Rob, sounds like you're in the middle of playing something right now.
I was just waiting. I'm good now.
Mic off.
Alright. So, do you need a recap of what happened?
I know what happened. I'm going to the Spider Forest, and I know no one's ever lived while going to it. I'm supposed to burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
So, am I at the outer ridge of it yet?
Nope. You're traveling with the Pixies. Roll a survival and a perception and an investigation.
So, survival,
Mm-hmm.
perception, investigation.
Alright.
Anything else?
Nope. So, as you're traveling, you are being led by the Pixies as they fly ahead of you, kind of giggling quietly to themselves as they dart between the trees, leaving bright and colorful trails of sparkles and light behind them as they do so. You travel for about 15 minutes before you realize that you have left your battle axe in the possession of your companions. So you really quickly grab the nearest, biggest stick and tie a big heavy rock to the end of it.
I had my hand at. I had my axe sheathed though. I thought.
Nope. You gave it to Kaylee and she stuck it in the bag of holding when you guys entered town, and you never got it back.
I don't remember that.
It was when
Mic
you got
on.
captured by the guards. We had to take your weapons from you. You don't remember that?
I thought we fought something.
No, not anything with weapons. Fought a fire.
You fought the forest with your breath.
I have martial weapons too, though.
Right. Well, that's what I just said. That was part of the survival. You just jury-rigged a quick and dirty club,
Mic off.
I just
which
need
you're probably more comfortable with anyways.
Okay.
So you and the Pixies travel for a number of hours, until you notice that the air seems to become heavier, and you can sense that there's a sort of unnatural tinge.
Can you roll perception to see if I'm there or not?
That's what these checks are. You already did. But you can roll a nature.
Okay.
All right. You are certain that the nature of the forest is shifting as you travel further and further east. You believe that you are approaching your destination.
Can I ask the things a question?
Sure.
Can you guys keep me safe while I do you guys' duty?
Roll a persuasion.
Alright. Oof.
They say, "Oh, don't worry. We'll take good care of you." And they'll say, "Yes, yes, very good care, very safe, very good."
Oh my fucking god.
Roll an insight. It occurs to you that you're going to have to rest in order to regain usage of your breath weapon.
Can I ask him if I can do that? Short rest, right?
Yeah, just need to rest for about an hour.
So just take a short rest.
Sure.
I take a short rest. We roll survival.
Roll a perception. Maybe stealth if you're trying to stay hidden. All right. As you rest, you notice kind of glittering through a small cluster of flowers, a rather large iridescent beetle. But you can only see the hindquarters of it as it's sticking the front end of it down into the flowers to suck up the nectar. But you notice that as it flies out of the flower, the front half of it is different shade and seems to be a different material than the rest of the creature.
I
Right.
roll some to see what I know it is.
Sure, roll a nature. Well, you definitely recognize that the sort of thorax and abdomen facility of the insect is very similar to that of a iridescent stag beetle or a water beetle. The head appears to be some other kind of creature entirely. It appears to have sort of a soft membrane. It doesn't have a hard carapace like the rest of its body, and it has 10 prehensile appendages through which it is.
Is it dangerous though?
It's maybe 4 inches long.
So no, not really.
It doesn't seem to be paying you any particular mind.
Because I'm huge and I can just grab it and crush it.
If you had the mind to, you could go up to it and squish it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave that no mind. I'm assuming I'm there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So can I start my fire?
You're gonna. All right. So you rested.
Yes.
All right. You're not quite into the web yet. You still have some ways to go.
Okay. And the pixie people are still with me?
Mm-hmm. And as you take a short rest, you can spend hit dice to regain lost HP
I
if
have
you'd
no
need
lost
to.
HP.
All right, then you're good. You and the pixies continue to travel. All right. You notice the canopy darkens significantly. And roll a nature.
Roll on nature?
Yep, roll a fresh set of survival perceptions and nature. All right, perfect. So you notice that not only has the atmosphere sort of changed, the fauna and flora that you are noticing has significantly changed as well. You're seeing a sharp increase in arachnid critters, and even the types of trees that are growing are twisted and create a dark, heavy canopy. And you're finding that it is particularly difficult to see in the darkness of the forest.
I have dark vision.
Dragonkin don't have dark vision.
Why does it say dark vision on my character sheet?
Hold on. I'm looking for it. Where does it say that?
Next to speed. It says dark vision.
No, you do not have dark vision.
Oh.
That is where you would put your dark vision. You don't.
So I am Now I
Mhm.
am. So
Yep.
can I unleash? Big
All
old
you
fire?
can see, really, is the faint glow of the pixies thing about you.
Alright, should I tell
Log
him?
on.
Can I unleash my
Can you
flames
guys
now?
pause for like 1 sec so I can switch internet, and so I won't miss anything for the recording?
Sure.
Alright, should be good now. Audio was just kind of cutting up. You guys are good.
Mic off.
Alright. Can I ask the pixies? Can I unleash my fire now?
Roll a persuasion.
Alright.
They say, no, not yet, not yet. We must get deeper, deeper, deeper.
Well, I can't see.
And they say, don't worry, we'll light your path. And they float on ahead of you.
Okay. Can I see? what they-
Roll. You can see them.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep on following them.
You follow them. All right. Make a perception check as you follow them. All right. You see that as they flitter and float on through the increasingly dense foliage, you can see thin, near invisible strands of silk spread in between the widths of the trees as they float deftly through them. The light that they emit is reflecting off of these strands, and you're able to see these. But you need to try to avoid them, or maybe cut your way through them if that's possible. Find some way to remove them, lest you become stuck in.
So, strength or athletics check?
Well, you need to describe to me exactly how, and that will determine what kind of check you need to make.
I'm just gonna brute my way through it with my barbarian strength.
With what specifically?
Like, I'm stuck, right?
No, you're not stuck. You see the things, and if you were to stumble into it, you would become stuck.
Can I go
But-
around it?
You don't see a way to go around it. It's pitch dark.
Can I jump over it?
No, you cannot. It extends all the way up to the canopy.
I'm just gonna sprint, like, aggressively through it then.
You're gonna sprint directly into it.
This
Try to muscle your way through it.
You can also try
Yes.
to cut through it.
All right,
I
roll.
don't have anything to cut with, Tucker.
You have a big stick with a rock at the end of it.
Can I, like, use that to, like, prop my way through it? You know, dig in the ground and...
Like,
Kinda
kind of smash it down to kind of like tangle up the webs to kind of get them out of the way.
Yes. Yes.
Sure, roll in athletics. You put your weapon into it and kind of tangle it about for a moment, but then you realize that you are losing leverage on the weapon, and your weapon then becomes stuck in the web.
Can I try to yank it out?
Sure, roll another athletics. You manage to yank the club out of the web, and you've ripped a decent hole inside of this little section of the web that you feel like with a decent amount of finagling you might be able to move through.
I'm gonna tread on forward if I can move through it. If I think I can.
All right, roll a dex save.
Oof.
All right, so you go to lift your 1 foot over, and then as you're lifting your other leg through, your knee and upper thigh slam directly into the wall of the webs, and your leg is now stuck in that particular section of the web. Roll a perception. You hear giggling in the area in front of you. and you hear them say, "He fell for it! He fell for it! Ha 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 ha!"
So those are the pixies, right?
Mm-hmm. And the
Alright.
pixies say, "You big oaf!" I see. And
yeah.
they begin teasing you at the fact that you got stuck in the webs. You also can feel the webs vibrating as if there's something crawling along them heading towards you.
Alright, so I want to use my fire now.
All right, what are you going to use it on specifically?
Just
Let me
on the
draw
webs.
a map for you. Let me populate. Let me populate forest. Just so you can get a little bit better spatial awareness. I don't think playing Dark Souls is a particularly wise idea while you're also
I'm
playing
not.
game.
I'm not. It's open.
I see. Hmm. You so big. Stop being so big.
So I have danger sense.
Your danger sense is replaced with basically primal sense, which allows you to detect the presence of unnatural aberrations within a particular radius of you, which you definitely detect.
Oh, I have feral instinct too. Is that danger sense? If I'm over level 16, watch out.
You're level 7.
7. Take 10 on listen, spot, and search checks.
Mm-hmm. You also notice that as soon as you get stuck, the light of the pixies goes away.
So I want to blow my fire straight in front of me, just
All right.
to start, a chain effect.
Mm-hmm. Make a wisdom save. That's to sort of gain your bearings, so you know where to aim in the pitch darkness.
Where's wisdom? Oh, wisdom save.
Okay. You have a pretty solid grasp of your bearings. You may make the attack against whatever direction you want.
Alright, so it will be a... What, do I roll?
Roll. I think it just rolls damage. So it's 3d6.
Just roll, right?
Yep.
3d6. 10.
Exactly where you targeting?
Right in front of me.
Well, you're currently on your back with your legs up in the air, so right in front of you would
No,
be...
like right ahead of me, like to where all the web is.
Okay, so like at your legs?
Yes.
Okay.
I have fire resistance, so
yeah.
it won't hurt me that bad.
Right. Make a con save. Alright, so you very effectively scorch the web that you're caught up in. You send a bright plume of orange flame up into the canopy.
Oh yeah, I got. This is a side note. I want to keep track of. I'm going straight the whole time, right?
You've been following the pixies. But you've been going varying east and north and northeast.
Would I know my way back? Because my feral instincts.
No, not necessarily. I don't know what feral instincts does, actually. Can you read it to me? Can you read what it does?
Oh, look. Feral sense, I think that's what you call it. Instinct.
You have advantage on initiative. If you're surprised and you aren't, you can act normally if you rage. No, that doesn't have anything to do with helping you not get lost. But, speaking of which, roll initiative.
Alright. Versus initiative.
And also roll a perception.
Oh, how do I roll initiative?
It's your dexterity.
I'll just go roll that. It's the same thing.
Nice. Yeah, so also roll a perception for me. I'm pretty sure you have advantage on initiative. That's what they just said, didn't it?
Mic on.
Well, I can't get any higher.
Well, I mean, still go ahead and roll
Mic
it.
off.
I rolled it.
I see, yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and do the thing.
You know, all I see is a black screen, right?
You need to scroll over to
Mic
the
on.
right.
Scroll up and right.
Oh, I
Mic
see it now.
off.
Yeah.
Alright. So, your perception was 14. As you shoot up into the canopy, you notice four large, vaguely humanoid creatures skittering about the web towards you. As you breathe the bright flame, they sort of cower and avert their eyes. And you notice
Do I notice they're afraid of me?
they're not afraid of you. The bright flash of light kind of was like, my eyes. That's kind of what they were.
But am I causing a chain effect of fire right now? It's just I
No.
blew out those.
You just
So
blew
I'm
out the.
unstuck now, though, right?
You are no longer stuck.
Okay. I would like to speak to those things.
All right.
They can speak back.
I need to roll all of their initiatives. If you'll give me a moment.
Oh shit!
Mic on.
What?
A big ass spider.
Mic off.
What's up? I don't know. I don't know. Subway? No, I had a sub. Okay.
makes sense. All right. It is your turn.
Alright.
You sense that these are unnatural abominations, and they are definitely triggering your primal sense.
I like to ask, how can I be one with the forest?
They are
Or take me to your leader. I'd like to ask him questions.
Mic on.
That's a bad idea.
Mic off.
No, Tucker, I'm going to die either way, so I might as well stay
so.
alive.
Let me put this in context, right? Your character is basically your power source is nature, and sort of your thing, like your number one thing that your character hates more than anything else, is
unnatural things.
is aberrations. Yes, unnatural things, which you are completely surrounded by.
Alright, so I guess I'll be going by what my character would do and wield my club,
Yep, your sticky club.
my sticky club, and go to the one closest to me. First I'm going to pop a rage.
All right,
I'm going to that one right there.
all right.
And smack it across the head. And roll what?
One moment. Here. How to get bookmarks. You need to first move your character. You should have control of your character.
I do not.
Why don't you have control of your character? Should be able to control it.
I'm not
Mic
able to.
on.
Try
Mic
now.
off.
Nope.
Click and drag. Can you?
Nope, I can't click and drag. Put me to this square right here. Yeah.
All right, and you mollywop it with your club.
Is
All
it
right.
a D12?
No. It's something else entirely. I will get that for you in just a second. Come on. It's 1d8.
1d8.
Mhm.
What do I do to see if I hit him or not?
You roll your
Initiative?
no, it's a strength attack.
Strength?
That's a strength saving throw.
Strength attack? What press strength?
So roll type. I mean, your strength attack is, or your strength saving throw is the same value as your attack, so I'll take the saving throw as a thing. You hit.
I hit. Alright, so
Now
D8.
it's /R, 1d8 plus
8 plus 2.
5.
Plus 5?
Yeah, because you're currently raging.
Okay, yeah. 8.
All right, so you smack him real good for 8 points of damage. All right, and you have extra attack, so you can attack him again. You also are a berserker, so if you so choose, you can go frenzy, which will allow you to make an extra additional attack.
So 3 attacks?
If you choose to frenzy.
Yeah,
But after the frenzy, you're exhausted. But I mean, this is kind of life or death situation, so.
Yeah, I'll frenzy. Roll 2d8 then. 2d8 plus 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know why you can't. I need to move him to the token.
21.
What? No, you need to. No, you need to roll the attacks. You don't just get free damage.
Oh, so strength again?
Yeah. That first. Well, okay, so you need to do the attacks one at a time.
Okay.
You can't just be like blah, 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 all of the
I
attacks.
get advantage on my attack rolls.
I see. If you use the savage attack to get advantage, then the enemies get advantage on attacking you. So we will take that into account.
No, I found
And then-
with the rage,
Rage does not give you advantage on your attacks for free. You have a thing called Reckless Attack that, if you decide to use it, gives you advantage on your attack rolls. However, the enemies also have advantage on attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn.
I'm okay with that.
Your frenzy gives you extra additional attacks
Okay.
when you do the thing.
Okay.
But if you're opting to reckless attack, you hit.
Alright. So 1d20, 1d8 am I? Seven.
All right, that's a good hit. You
Is he
smack
dead?
him real good in the leg. No, he's not. He looks hurt. Doesn't look dead.
17.
All right, you hit again. Or your damage again. All right.
Mic on.
He crit on his initiative, right?
You
Yeah.
sure did.
He gets to go again, right?
Chalk it up to they were kind of stunned by the bright flash of light, and you kind of got the extra jump on. So you can take your turn again.
Mic off.
So right there.
This guy's not dead.
Oh,
As
he's
you
not dead?
no, I will let you know when he's dead.
Okay, I'll hit him again. Start beating on him again.
All right,
That's a hit.
that's a really good hit. Roll your damage.
Seven.
That does not, or it's 7 damage. Yep. I was about to say that doesn't hit, but it's not.
Is
All
he
right.
dead?
No, he's not dead. He looks pretty
So
wounded.
I can hit again now, right?
Yep. You can see you kind of knocked one of his mandibles off, and have broken one of his arms.
Probably
But
get
he's still fighting.
25.
All right, that hits. Yeah, I said that hits.
Mic on.
Damage, boy.
So roll your damage. There you go. He is hanging on by a thread.
I don't get attack anymore, do I?
You can. You can frenzy. You've only done 2 attacks this turn.
16.
You hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. Quad damage.
8.
All right. You lay into him with a series of heavy, savage blows as you finish with an overhead crush directly onto the top of his head, caving his head in as he collapses limp to the ground.
as I scream, "Who wants some?"
All right, roll in intimidation. They don't seem. You can't really get a read on them.
But can I move at all? As a bonus action?
Yeah. Well, you have your movement action.
I want to move right over here,
All right.
in front of this one, growling at that one.
All right. Most of them are like up in the trees, kind of like looking down at you.
Yeah,
That guy
I'm
happened to be
looking
on the
up
ground.
at that. Oh, okay. I'm looking up at him, growling, while smoke's coming out my nose.
All right. Roll an intimidation, I guess, on him specifically.
Mic off.
He shrinks away back up into the canopy.
So he runs away.
He slithers away.
Okay. So there's one, two I don't have to deal with at the moment.
All right. All right. What's your armor class?
13.
All right. You are struck with an arrow, and you begin to feel a strong tug, kind of attempting to pull you off your feet. Make an athletics or a strength save. It's worth mentioning that you are currently raging, so you have advantage on your strength saves.
So strength.
Okay. You have advantage, so you roll twice. Alright. Damage calculation. You take 13 damage as your resistance. You stay firmly in place, but the additional tugging and pulling rips and tears some of your calf flesh, causes additional bleeding.
Okay.
You are struck with yet another arrow. Make an or a strength save. All right. This one you pull and sever the arrow or the cord. You take only 7 damage.
That's still a lot of damage.
Roll a nature. As you're being struck with these arrows, you feel that the location where they strike begins to burn and slightly go numb. Make a con save. All right. You are able to sort of muscle through the numbing agents on these arrows as your anger and primal fury carries you through the fight. It is now.
Mic on.
Check Discord.
Mic off.
Where?
I said
Mic
Rob.
on. Mic off.
All right. Anyways, so one of these critters kind of crawls and slithers its way over to you and begins slashing and biting at you. As it goes to slash at you, it kind of overextends, and you think that you might be able to take an opportunity of it.
So what do I roll?
It goes and it slashes at you, and it sort of fumbles and is off balance momentarily. How would you wish to capitalize on?
As he fumbles, I put my club on it. I slam my club on his back.
All right, so kind of crushed them like in between, like hammer and anvil style.
Yeah.
All right, roll an opportunity attack with advantage.
What do I roll for that?
Roll your attack twice.
Okay. So strength first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do that. There you go. All right, so you maximize your damage. So, and you're using a savage club. So you do 2d8 plus 10. No, 2d8 plus 18.
Mic on.
That's a lot
So
of theme.
slash roll 2
Yeah.
8 plus 18.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Right. You crush it squarely in the sort of center body mass. So you notice a sort of expulsion of white, sticky material come out of its abdomen as you squish it. It's still, it sort of reels from this attack and collapses to the ground before it manages to sort of gain its footing.
So is there more of them that I can't see? Can I roll perception for that?
Sure. You don't see anymore. It's still quite dark. But through this whole combat, you do hear the soft giggling of children.
Is that the sprites or the pixies?
Well,
Or is it
roll an
different?
insight. It seems reasonable that it is the pixies.
Okay, so I have nothing. So can I assume that this right now is the pixies messing with me?
Roll a nature. Or no, roll another insight. You think that it's the pixies capitalizing on a sense of irony to punish you for your transgressions. But they don't have any direct hand in what's going on, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
They're just taking pleasure in watching you suffer.
I scream, "Why don't you help me here, you fucks?"
Roll a persuasion.
Oof.
As you say that, hold on. Oh, crap. As you say that, roll a dex save.
I didn't crit fail. Just let you know.
Roll a dex save. As you say that, you notice a glimmer of light appear above both you and the creature you're fighting, and you are able to move 10 feet.
Able to move 10 feet away.
You have the opportunity to move 10 feet. All right. You move 10 feet, and then you see that the air that you were just currently occupying is now filled with teeny tiny silver snakes that then kind of fall to the ground and begin slithering about.
Oh no.
Can I make a beeline for it? Because I realize this fight I can't take alone.
It's not your turn. The other creature begins deftly moving through the trees after you.
And I stare at growling at it for intimidation.
All right. Roll a dex save. The air shimmers about you, and as you run away, you notice that your roll a perception. Right.
What?
As you run away, you find that you are suddenly behind where you started.
Can I use a stealth to try to... Actually,
Um,
I want to cause more fire.
huh?
I want to cause more fire.
You can't.
I'm pretty sure I can do it more than once.
You're breaking up very badly. What did you say?
I'm pretty sure I can do it more than once.
Well, let's check that out.
Because I know I did more than once at, same as just an attack throw. Attack, like, hit him with my club. It's just fire coming out of my body.
Right, but you can only do it a certain number of times within a certain amount of time.
Pretty sure I was certain I could spam that shit.
You can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
Is that what you found?
Yes, that's what it says in the book.
Fuck.
All right. All right. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna run this one, finish it off.
All right. As you run up, make a dex save. All right. You don't manage to avoid some slippery snakes. They begin nibbling at you. Make a con save. Actually, what's your armor class?
13.
All right. All right. The snakes begin slithering on you, and you don't pay any particular mind to it.
I mean, they should like me because I'm a reptile as well. I'm also cold-blooded.
That is true.
Alright, I'm going to swing at that boy in front of me.
All right.
Finishing him off. Strength.
All right. You hit.
Alright.
Are you keeping track of how much damage you've taken, by the way?
Yeah.
Could you put it on your little character bubble? What's your max HP? It's like
80.
60 something.
And I'm at
80?
my max HP is 80. I'm at 60 now. Because I took 13 and 7.
All right. All right. You do 12 points of damage to this guy's body, and he is very sad.
Is he dead?
Nope.
I get attack again. Don't I?
He's not dead.
Yeah, I get attack again. I get attack 3 times.
Yes, you can attack 3 times in a single turn. All right. You hit.
Alright,
You hit him squarely in the abdomen. You sort of break through his soft exoskeleton, and his entrails begin spewing out about the floor.
Alright. How much feet did I move that time?
You move 15.
So I can move another 15.
Mm-hmm. And this creature that you see here is maybe 30 feet up in the canopy.
I thought I can't see it.
Okay.
Is there any way I can get to this guy?
Yeah?
I'll move to this guy. And swing at him.
Alright, roll a perception
Perception.
as you move. Alright, you notice that the creature... Move your character back to where he was, real quick. You notice that the creature that you had previously seen run away is hiding on the far side of the tree.
So where?
And if you were to...
Okay.
If you were to run past, he would be able to ambush you.
So I'm just going to swing at him then. Because I'm in a rage, I'm in a frenzy.
You can turn the tables on him. Yep. You have one more attack. Alright, that hits.
As I'm snarling at him, as saying, "You piece of shit."
Roll intimidation. He seems put off. As much as a Eldritch Abomination can be.
He's not scared?
I mean, what is he going to do right now? He can't do anything right
Oh. You try to run. Tell his buddies to get the fuck out of here, this guy's crazy. You know?
Mm-hmm. And that's it for your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Alright.
As for the turn starts, I want to scream, "Give me the best you got, you bitches."
Okay. What's your armor class again?
13.
13. All right.
I go out, might as well be a noble fight.
You are struck in the leg once more with a barbed arrow with a strand of silk attached to it.
Do I make any saving throws?
And you need to make a strength save. Yep. And also a constitution save.
I get advantage on strength.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution.
Alright. You feel a prickling pain in your leg. Is primarily from the wound. You take 15 damage. But there also seems to be some sort of agent on the arrow itself that is causing additional injury. And another arrow strikes near your legs, but not quite at them.
So it misses?
Yes. It does not strike you.
So what's the additional damage I take?
I gave you the total amount of damage you just took.
So I'm at 45 health
35.
now.
45? Alright.
No, that's how much health I have left.
I see.
So I'm at, yeah, it was 35. I'm keeping track of my health, don't worry.
Alright, cool. Alright, why did my monitor just turn on? Alright, let's get you here. Alright. This creature here sort of tucks itself in half and begins spewing from its abdomen long, thick cords of white, sticky rope. As you are caught up in them, make a strength, or you are now restrained. You don't make the strength check yet.
Oh, I thought you said strength save.
I did. I misread. You don't make that strength yet. You are currently restrained. You are all caught up in the webbing. Then attempts to bite you. As it sinks its long fangs deep into your body. You take 8 piercing damage and 2 poison damage. Make a con save. Jesus Christ, these con saves. You can feel the region of your body that was bitten begin to tingle, but you are in too much of a frenzy to pay it any mind. The next creature attempts to bite you as well. It bites you in the torso for 8 points of piercing damage and 1 point of poison damage. Make another con save.
Mic on.
Alright, you are resisting this toxin rather effectively, but it sinks its fangs even deeper, since you take 10 points of piercing damage and 7 poison damage. Make another con save.
I think I might be dead soon.
Um,
I think I'm dead.
only through sheer ferocity and primal fury are you able to remain conscious, and you damn every member of your body as they slowly the feeling fades away from them as they tingle and don't respond to your furious cries of rage. You are paralyzed. What is your hit point total at now?
I have no idea.
You took, what,
It was like
17 plus 7, so 24. You're almost dead. You're at, like, let's just say 70 hit points of damage. Alright. You notice the air around you begins to shimmer, and you are helpless to move as you are transported far away.
fucking pixies.
Roll a perception. You hear a number of sort of screeches followed by 2 loud thuds. Roll insight. You think the pixies might have just done to these other critters what they just did to you, just far less safely.
Okay.
And, alright. It is your turn. Make a Constitution saving throw. You remain paralyzed.
Alright.
Alright.
Wait, am I hidden though?
You are?
So nothing sees me.
Roll a stealth, I guess? I don't know.
I mean, I can't move, so.
You can't do shit. That's right.
Am I a sneaky boy?
Mm-hmm.
A paralyzed boy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Yeah.
vegetable boy.
Critters disappear into the canopy. After what seems to be a eternity, two bright lights manifest themselves in front of you. Roll a Constitution saving throw. You remain paralyzed. The two fairies appear before you and are almost maniacal in their laughter as they tease you for being so big and so dumb and so clumsy. And they say, well, have you learned your lesson yet? Have you learned not to trifle with the wood of the summer court?
Well, I am stunned right now, so I say yes.
You are paralyzed.
Yes, I
You
know.
can attempt to speak. Roll a persuasion. You let out a series of indecipherable grunts,
Cries.
and they say, "Oh, I don't think he's learned his lesson yet. No, I don't think he has either.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
Well,
almost.
let's see if he learns his lesson this time." As you flash brightly about you, roll a perception. All right. Give me a moment. You find yourself dangling feet first off the bough of a great tree, and you notice that you are glowing with a bright green, heatless flame. And you can see from the light dancing off of the flame many numbers of arachnid
I would
creatures
I would like
coming towards you.
Scream in terror.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh my gosh.
You grunt and wheeze as much as your paralyzed diaphragm will allow you to. As the last bit of air leaves your lungs, you all fades to black as you pass out due to lack of oxygen.
I'm not dead yet.
Would you like me to roll damage?
I mean, I'm dead, right?
You are spider food.
These pixies are just gonna watch me to die, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's about right.
I don't need to roll damage, man. Like, I fought hard.
You're spider food. Yep. You did what you could.
So, can my...
Mic on.
Alright, fuck it. God damn it.
As your character
kinda
loses
mad.
consciousness, you have a decision to make. Alright, Rob, roll a new character.
No, I'm kind of mad that he's dead, but...
Next time, you might want to think twice before asking the Fae if there's anything they want you to do.
I mean, I feel like I would already... Because they wanted to teach me a lesson about this. About the, me throwing out fire. I already think either way, they would have taken me with them.
Yep. Well, there are also all different kinds of Fae that would have reacted to that situation in as many different ways. So,
I mean, I fought hard.
you did. There was honor in your death for sure.
There's honor in my death. I'm gonna roll Rowless' old best friend, childhood friend.
He wouldn't have any.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So no one knows where I'm gonna be.
Nope.
So, I know what I want though. Can I start rolling for a new character? Now, I guess?
Sure.
Alright, I kinda want, one second.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording now.